Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Training. It is March 9th, and we have a lot of cool stuff to cover. Um, I'm going to cover the whole concept of what marketing is all about. And I talked about it this morning, and I think it's important that we be a new generation of people that aren't just telling people we set up shopping accounts, but we truly, truly understand the concept of what marketing is about. Okay? So there's going to be some to-dos on here, some suggestions. So get ready to take pictures and take notes. And I'm going to share my screen in just a minute. But first of all, let's do some celebrating. It is the first week. Has anybody enrolled at least one person this week? This week? Sharon, Sandy, Erica has enrolled a business builder. Yay! Anybody else? Oh, let me lower my hand.
Yes.
Crystal enrolled somebody. Yay. Very good. Very good. Good, good, good. All right. Has anybody enrolled? Two people so far. Two people. Patty. Very good. Actually, I enrolled a second person too. I just remembered that other person. Oops. I've enrolled two people too. Very good. Very good. Very good. Um, Anybody enrolled more than two people? I enrolled a third person, but this person's not going to place an order. I know it. I know it. I know it. So I'm not going to count them. I know it.
So
Yeah, just is not they're not gonna do it. I just know this. Okay. All right, let's get going on this. And mine got our order placed today, Patty. I'm pretty excited. Got it done today. All right, everybody's face is in my way. Hold on. Participants can see my screen. Oh my goodness. Finally get changed this. It's March. All right, here we go. Celebration. I'm so glad you guys are here. That's what I celebrate. The fact I get to hang out with my friends makes me super, super happy. $1 memberships until the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, and enroll two and get the two bottles of the fragrance, the eucalyptus and sea salt. I'm I'm excited about this one. This one looks really pretty, but I think the combination of those two fragrances are going to be really good. So let's get those two going. Um, Guys didn't see this. There's a new opportunity for those that are in Fast Track, which is with Fast Track, it's the ticket is for you and another person, but when you enroll, not if, but when you enroll two people between the 9th and the 16th, then you get to bring on a third person on your trip. How fun is that? Unless you're going, no, this is about me and my husband, me and my I don't want a third person. Um, they did make it clear too, though, if you're going to bring a child, they have to be at least 17 years old. Can't be any younger than that. But that'd be kind of fun to bring a person. So that is another opportunity. Everybody understand how that works? Any questions about that? No? Okay, this is pretty clear, right? Pretty clear. Okay, let me shrink everybody down again. All righty. This is going on this week. Tomorrow is the newbie working Zoom. If you've never been a part of a working Zoom or you have somebody that's new, get them on there. That way, when we do a working Zoom on Thursday, I'm not having to do a lot of explaining. We're just going through it. So the importance of a working Zoom, you guys, is to train people. How do you actually get through your day? It's important to understand all the elements of what we do. So we are not just setting appointments. There's more that we're doing to build our business. That's what a working Zoom is about. If you've never been coached through how we do our working Zoom, pop on at 5 o'clock as a social media. You can see I do a strategy session, business overviews. Last weekend, I did a director day on Saturday and Sunday, and it was really, really effective. So if you are having problems in your schedule, just dedicating time to do nothing but make phone calls, that is what director in a day is all about. It is truly, truly, truly about doing that. You'll also know that there's a new builder launch on Thursday and Saturday. That is helping people that are new builders to launch their business, set some times for doing Zoom overviews or maybe an in-home, making sure they understand the forms that they need, how they do the calendar. It's kind of relieving you of going, what I have a new business builder now. What do I do with them? That is what a new builder launch is all about. Okay. And it's especially fun if we have more than one people so they can see like their class or getting going on that. I also put on Sunday on what we're doing on those days. So hopefully you have this calendar. It is on my Grow app, digital library. It is under files, under business builder support. So you guys have access to that. If you have somebody new, it is your job to get them this calendar after you've worked with them for 3 or 4 days. Hey, I wouldn't give it to anybody brand new because it could be overwhelming. What's all this stuff? You need to work with them individually until you start oozing them into this. Oozing them, easing them, easing them in. Oozing them in is gross. That's not right. All right, I brought this up last week. If you guys are in the Washington area, in Pullman, Washington, Spokane, Washington, Coeur d'Alene, there is a executive director perspective happening on the 28th. I'm going to be going down and doing the Sabella event for them and doing some modeling headshot stuff and makeover. So this will be a little fun. Jen, how far is Pullman, Washington from you, Jen Cheney?
Quite a far. It's probably about 3, 4 hours, maybe a little more.
Ah, you can go there. You can drive there. Bring a friend. That would be awesome.
It would be if I don't have a car though.
Then get a friend real quick. Get a friend real quick and drag them. Take your
Okay.
cousin. Have your cousin take you up. That would be fun because you'll get to see all kinds of stuff there. We're gonna have steak bites from Riverbend Ranch. Get
Ooh.
your cousin and have her take them. So that would be fun. You'll get to see me. Get to see me. All right. This is something that's been brought up a lot, and I wanted to clarify because so many people will say, well, can I do research? Raise your hand if you've ever had anybody say, well, I need to think about it, I need to do some research. Raise your hand if you've ever had anybody say that. This is exactly what, and I honestly think that Crystal Hines is the one who brought up this concept that Google is a search engine, it's not a research platform. And I actually had AI, it was you, Crystal. I know I'm going to give you credit for it. I actually had AI help me write this. And then, of course, the design. But what it means is Google's job is to find and list information from across the internet. It's not research, it's just pulling all the information off the internet. Okay, Google helps you locate sources, but it doesn't do the thinking, evaluating, and checking that research requires. And I'm very fond of always saying if I wanted to put a website up that says Shakespeare didn't write any of his own stuff, I could do that. I literally can do a website and say anything that I want. And it's on Google. You can find my website. It doesn't make it accurate. So research involves comparing multiple sources, checking credibility and expertise, looking for evidence. This is why, and you guys can read all this, but this is why when somebody ever says to you, I need to do my research, you need to have the confidence to go, well, what are you wanting to research? Because I want to encourage you to not get on Google. It's not a research, it's search. You can find anything you want. What is it that you want to research? Because we are a science-based company and I can get you the information that you need. So be bold to say that. Does that make sense, you guys?
Mhm.
Everyone be bold. Okay. All right. I want to talk about what marketing is. Marketing is casting a big net for people, okay? One of the biggest misunderstanding is to think you guys all we do is set up accounts. That is not what we do. Marketing is meeting people. Let that absorb, write that down. Our job is to meet people. The bigger your network is, the more your business grows. And the reason I wanted to do it like this is and talk about this is because this morning we were talking about people that just do one thing. They just do leads or they just do, coffee dates or they just do social media. It's like fishing. If you throw one line in the water, you might catch something, but if you cast a wide net, you're going to bring a lot of different kinds of fish, right?
Mhm.
And then also, like it says down here, your job is not to convince everyone. Your job is to meet a lot of people and let the right ones rise to the top. Isn't that kind of brilliant?
Mhm.
Isn't that kind of brilliant? And the reason why I bring that rise to the top is because you guys, not everybody's going to shop here. Not everyone probably ought to. But if you're only talking to 3 people, And that's all your net has cast out. You got your little fishing pole with a string and a hook on it, right? A worm, and you've only talking to three people, and two of them say no. You probably think, man, this is hard. This is devastating. It's not so bad when you have 100 people that you're talking to. And out of the 100 people, you're going to have more people that say yes. But if you're talking to three people, there's a high chance, that you're going to get discouraged and think this isn't for you. And that's the one thing going forward when you guys are talking to new people. This is the concept we need to be sharing. Marketing is about meeting people. And if you think about Verizon ads, right? They're not just calling a few people. Verizon is out there on billboards and they're on TV ads and they're on t-shirts and they have lit up signs and they have flyers and they have newspaper ads. Verizon's everywhere because they're casting a large net of the people that they want to meet. So the buckets of people you want to meet are probably in these groups, right? So I keep finding people to mute because I can hear background noise there. Um, so you would health focused people. We are a health organization, right? People that go to the gyms, people that are out jogging, walking their dogs to the parks. Entrepreneurs, people who want flexibility income or another revenue stream. Erica just enrolled a very, very nice man who is an entrepreneur. And they're always looking for ways to make more money. That's the kind of the entrepreneurial way of thinking. People in the transition, there's a lot of people that may be very successful, but they're tired of their job. They're tired of the commute. They're tired of the driving. They're tired of the traffic. They just want something new. So don't assume people's future based on where they are. It's not up to you to make that decision. It's up to you to ask. We always, always, always save people money. How about budget-minded families? People that are the ones that are clipping coupons, those kinds of people, busy parents, network builders. You guys, you have to think about, let me take a picture of this, write these words down, and think about who do you know in these groups. Like, do you really know people that are always really busy? The parents that are always going to soccer games and all that stuff. Those are people that would love shopping here because it's easier and it saves time, right? Okay, so step one, you guys need to meet people. You have to meet people. If you don't like people, this is not the industry for you. You gotta like people. And I know people say the best thing about this job is people, but the worst thing about this job is that we have to meet people. They bother us. Look at all the different ways here that we can meet people, all the different ways. And there's probably even more than that, volunteering, all kinds of things. But the goal is simple, meet new people consistently. This is why on the Working Zoom, one of the things that I teach people is how to meet people on Facebook. Because it's one of the many ways we need to be out there doing stuff. It's one of them, not the only way, but one of them. All right, so marketing includes meeting people in a variety of different ways. Then you get to know them. And this is where I've talked to people about them saying when we have these director in days, they don't have a lot of people to call. And that's because you probably haven't spent time on this section. And this doesn't feel like an income producing talk because it's not part of the 7 critical activities, but this needs to be in there. This is where people make mistakes. You meet someone and you immediately pitch them instead of spending time learning about them, like and look at all these things like their life, their work. You guys can read this stuff, their health situation, their family situation, their financial goals. You're not looking for someone to sell to. You're looking for who this opportunity might serve. You get that? I'm not trying to find someone to get them and to sell to them, but we're looking for their life and how this company, Meluka, can help them with their what we call pain point, their family situation or their health situation. So then you use your system, and we have a system, and I have another one at the end I'm going to share with you to track what's going on with your people. If you meet people but don't track them, you're going to lose them. And I have said over and over and over, we've got an online working Zoom. We have a 30 engagement list with people. This is where this is it. That's the 30 engagement list. It's online on our online working Zoom. You can make your own. You can print it. But you need to have a tracking system like a spreadsheet, a notebook, a CRM, which is kind of like what we have with my American Made Shopping Company, and your contact list. And this is what you need to have on your name. Where did you meet them? What are their interests? What you talked about, and a follow-up date. These are the things you need to take a picture of or write down, because these are the things that you need to track with the people that you're talking to. Okay? And like it says, because people rarely say yes the first time they hear something. And that's something that you need to keep in mind. The average number is somewhere between 7 and 13 times people have to hear something or you have to talk to them before they finally get it. 7 to 13 times. And when I heard that, it relieved me of the stress of like, oh, I got to talk to them and I'm not really ready to talk to them yet. I'm not really ready to pitch them. It was this stress that I was having. And then I finally went, well, I can't talk to them the first time. That would be weird. It relieved me of that stress. So the fourth is the follow-up. And opportunities usually happen in the follow-up. So kind of looks like this. Day one, you meet them, you talk, whether it's on coffee, you meet them online, kind of going through this situation. Maybe day three, you check in with them and comment on their Facebook page. You give them a call, a text. During the week one, you share something that's helpful. This is why, you guys, you need to do this. You have to track what's happening, because then I'm going to share something helpful. Maybe if I know that they have pets, I send something to them about pet care. Or did you know that, Roundup is toxic to your dogs? You reconnect and then you follow up again. You're not chasing people, you're building relationships over time. And I want to tell you this to relieve that stress, that house. And this is the question I get so much after I talk to them. When do you think it's okay to talk about Melaleuca? Look, month. Talk to them for a month. Keep track of when you're talking to them and what you say, and then you can talk to them about something. But also notice this, share something helpful. I want you guys to put that into your list of stuff that you do. Share something. What can you share with them? What video can you share with them? Something that's going to teach them that you're giving them information for free. Isn't that kind of clever? So you guys, the big picture is your job is not to just find one perfect person. Your job is to find a lot of people. Learn about them. You have to track the relationships and then follow up consistency. And over time, the right people actually move forward. And that's what marketing looks like. Over time, the right people move forward. I use this as an example. I'm a Verizon customer, but I have been seeing a lot of ads from a competing phone company. And I've always loved Verizon because of the fact that I travel so much, you can use Verizon everywhere, but they've gotten really expensive. And this other phone company has been in my face so much. Now I'm literally considering switching over because of how much they have been. If you look at this, they've been following up. Lots more ads, lots more ads. And I'm literally thinking about T-Mobile as possibly moving over my phone service. And if they hadn't been making sure they cast a wide net, I saw them on TV, I saw them on a Facebook thing, I saw their sign, I saw a billboard, I saw them in the newspaper. It keeps reminding me, oh yeah, T-Mobile's there. You know what? Their prices I think are better. And I probably am going to switch. So here's a real life example, okay? So let's say that you meet Lisa on Facebook and you find out you've connected with her on that she has cleaning, she has two kids, and maybe you comment on cleaning with kids and pets. Have a short conversation like I have. So I'm having so many kids and pets too, like get rid of those pet smells, sure make a big difference, right? And maybe you find out she's trying to reduce chemicals in her house and groceries are getting expensive. So you're finding this stuff out. You're finding out about her and her mom, and you can bring in your own personal stories. Mine, of course, would be 3 cats in my office. I worry about keeping pet smells down. So instead of pitching, you start building a relationship. You're finding out, you're connecting, you're learning. And then at some point in time, you send a message, you go, hey, Lisa, I really enjoyed chatting with you today. I totally relate to trying to keep in the house clean with kids. Let me know if you ever want some of the safer swaps I use in my home. Simple, right? Nothing pushy, just kind of friendly. And 3 weeks later, you send, hey, Lisa, how are the kids doing with school starting back up? Just a whole different conversation, just normal. She may ask what you've been up to. That opens the door to sharing a little bit about your business, right? Jen C, I don't know what you're doing, but you are popping your name up all over my screen here. Then week 1, you share something helpful, okay? Like Lisa, quick question. What's the one product in your house you wish would work better? Laundry cleaners or something else? I mean, just a question, right? After you've done all this and you found something else, yeah, laundry, my son's sports clothes never smell clean. Now the conversation gets relevant to her life and what's going on. You've asked her a question about her life. Then 3 weeks later, how are the kids doing? Now, the key that was a double screen. So the key lesson is here. Most people need 5 to 12 positive interactions, 5 to 12. On my online working Zoom sheet, I have a 6-month, I have a 30-day engagement. And on that, you can see I have 6 slots to write down engagement times before I would ever talk to anybody about anything. And most new marketers quit after one conversation, or they get discouraged because people aren't talking back to them. This is why you have to cast a big net of a lot of people, right? Because there are some people that are on social media, or some people that aren't going to actually talk to you. They're there to go see what their grandkids are doing. There are some people that won't respond to text. They're not real big texters. And so the goal is not to pressure people. The goal is to become someone they trust and remember. And not everybody's going to respond to you. You've got to know that. So don't think, did I sign them up yet? Think, did I strengthen the relationship? That's got to be your mindset. Am I strengthening the relationship? Am I finding out more about them? Am I being transparent about my life? So when you consistently build, you guys, the right people move forward. That makes sense. There will be people that drop off. There'll be people that will never respond to you, and that's okay. They're not required to. So here's a new system, not a new system. This is an old system that a lot of network marketers have. It's called the 30 conversations a month. Okay, so I want you guys to take a picture of this. The goal is to have 30 meaningful conversations with new or existing contacts each month. That's one new conversation per day. And when you do this consistently, your network's going to grow, and it's going to appear natural. So 30 conversations a month, one new in a day. Okay, take a picture of it, write it down. So here is the first thing that you do. Identify where these conversations are coming from. So what are your buckets of people? Like your social media, your Facebook groups, friends and family, community events, parents, business networks, and it may be a combination of all of this. Like you may be really great on social media and parents. Your Facebook groups, right? Family and friends that you haven't talked to in a long time. You don't need strangers, consistent connection points. So if you guys have ever heard me talk about my engagement list, there's my contact list, the people I'm ready to talk to, and my engagement list. And the engagement list are people that I haven't talked to in a long time. Like my cousin Tracy, my cousin Vicky, my cousin Michael. Those would go on my conversation engagement list. So now I need to realize I need to start talking to someone new every day. So what counts as a conversation? It's not a like or an emoji. That's not a conversation. It's something where you actually learn about someone. Like you're at a party, right? Messaging someone about a post, talking after Zoom training, meeting someone locally for coffee. Every conversation is an opportunity, but you need to have a new one every day, right? 30 new conversations. So week 1, take a picture of this, copy it down. 7 new conversations, one per day. Meet new people or reconnect with old people. These are people that you haven't spoken to. These are people you put on your engagement list. 7 new conversations for the first week. Now, if you only work 2 days a week, You need to have like 3 and 4 conversations, right? Week 2, you're going to do the 7 follow-ups. Check in with the people that you spoke to previously. Week 3, get them something helpful. Send something valuable to them, a tip, an article, video training, something, give them something. And then week 4, reconnections, visit conversations that faded. Okay, this is about 30 meaningful connections a month. Now, some people would say you build on this. So week 1, you're having 7 new conversations. Week 2, you have 7 more new conversations and 7 follow-ups. Some people do that. Week 3, you have 7 new conversations, 7 follow-ups, and 7 shares. And some people build on that every week so that you're having more and more conversations. If you've heard me talk about this in our morning meetings, this is where I spend most of my time, is developing relationships. This is where I spend the majority of my time, at least an hour every day. I'm just having conversations with people. You have to track, you have to track, you have to track. We have this on the online working Zoom. It's called the 30 engagement list. We have the paper version, 30 engagement list. And this is the information that you must track with them. This ensures you don't lose people. Okay, people are your inventory. You have to track what's going on with them and gathering that information. Now, this works because most people enroll in opportunities because of trust and timing, not the first conversation. Trust and get the second word, timing. If you're talking to people and all of a sudden they kind of go quiet. I've had someone that's just happened to me and she goes, I'm so sorry. I've seen your messages. I've been crazy. We just moved and I have a high risk pregnancy, so I'm having to rest a lot. The timing. Okay. But somewhere along the way, you're going to see these 4 categories here. They want healthier products. They want to save money. They want additional income, whatever it is. This is why this works, because you are finding this information out. Okay. So the big mindset of the goal is this, you guys. Your goal is not to find someone to enroll. Your goal is to meet people and learn about them. Does that make sense? Meet people and learn about them. And when you consistently have 30 conversations a month growing, your network's going to grow and it's going to grow. But you have to have this time dedicated and you have to keep track of what they're doing. All right. I know there's a lot of chats. Does anybody have any conversations or questions about any of this? Deborah wrote something about forming them. Yes. If you're not sure what to ask them, form, as most people know, F starts with family. What is going on with your family? Tell me about your family. Oh, you have kids, you have dogs. Yeah. O stands for occupation. So do you work? What do you do for work? R stands for recreation. So what do you do for fun? Do you still play golf like you used to when we were in high school? And M is motivation or money. What motivated you to become a teacher? Why did you want to be a personal trainer? Why did you want to be a massage therapist? That's going to open up a lot of doors for you. That's literally how you talk to people, forming them. FORM. Anybody have any questions, comments, observations about any of this?
I'll just go ahead and jump in and say that I really love this mindset shift, because even though I started knowing that that was the goal, was just talking to people and having conversations, which I'm naturally very good at, it did at some point shift to I'm hunting someone to enroll. And this was just a nice whoop, let's go back to the basis of what it's really about. So this is very appreciated. Thank you.
Good, good. I have found myself more and more, this came from hearing so many people getting concerned and getting frustrated that people aren't answering phone calls and, people aren't responding to them and how many people am I supposed to call and all this. And it really, if you do, and thank you for sharing that, Crystal, this morning's little soapbox I stood on was really about saying our job is to help people. And the more people that we can talk to and the more people we can get them to open up about this, the more people we can help, right? But it's learning how to be a good communicator. But I tell you, you guys, the whole tracking conversation, I learned from embarrassment of realizing people had written to me and I never responded to them because I lost them. And when you really are doing, and um, there's a guy that was on social media a lot named Max Steingart or something like that. John, I feel like you know that guy. And his concept was you start with seven, and the next week you add you seven more, and then you follow up with those seven. And the third week is you add seven more and you follow up with the seven, and then you offer someone the seven. So if you think about it, every week is seven. So every month you're kind of going through, by the end of the month, you have like, however many people that is. Yeah, it is max, isn't it, Patty? And that is if you just start this week with seven and do that and take each one of those sections and keep adding and adding and adding along the way, some of those people are going to rise to the top and some of those people are going to fall off. And then it's not so freaky about going, well, I just don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anybody to approach. This solves that problem. Does that make sense? This solves that problem that you always are having. I use that online working Zoom sheet every day. That's how I track what's going on. And I delete people and then I move them over to I'm ready to move them to my contact list because I feel like they're ready to approach now. But I delete people. I mean, I have to respect the fact that I don't respond to everybody, you know, just because of time or whatever, so we can't get upset about that. Um, yeah, Tanya did use Max, and that's how she built her business, is following this concept. You guys remember Tanya? Those that remember that. Anybody else have any questions or comments about this?
I have a comment. So this is just an example. This morning I met somebody at the networking event, and I asked him what he's passionate about, and he said he does plumbing and HVAC. I said I asked what you're passionate about, not what your business is. And
Interesting.
we ended up having a 15-minute conversation about music, jazz. He started with the flute, about the two different types of tuba he played, about jazz clubs. Um, and then it ended up with, I'm going to call you tomorrow and we're going to schedule time to go to to Chocolate Secrets together. He goes, I can't wait.
That is a
What,
great
what a
conversation.
great way to start a relationship.
What are you
And
passionate about?
I wasn't sitting there thinking, is he a good prospect? He's probably 45 years younger than me. Is he worth my time? I loved the conversation. I can't wait to see him again.
That is a really, 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 really great story. That truly is.
And it's so much easier and fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when that's kind of interesting that you say that, because I know there's a lot of people that uh have a hard time dreaming. They have a really hard time dreaming, because
Eddie
they don't talk about
Bestoso
their passions.
dreaming?
Hmm?
You mean like Eddie Bestoso dreaming or dreaming when they sleep?
No, Ed, it was supposed to dreaming. Like, what is your passion? Like saying his
Oh,
first thing
yeah.
was to talk
It was
business as
so
opposed
cool
to.
because I asked him, did that tuba have three valves or how many? He said three. And then he talked about another that had four. I said, tell and show me the difference. And everybody else at the table was watching as he was doing this.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Anybody else have anything to say? I'm going to shut down the recording so everybody say bye for those that are watching.